Hey folks, what is going on? It's Jacob coming at you on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon here on the Gold Coast. Just got back from a lunch, about to head out for a couple of drinks, but wanted to film a quick video for you all today. I just put up a post in my Facebook group this morning, actually on the day that I'm filming this, about a little piece of advice when it comes to content and building your brand, doing this personal branding game, assuming you're trying to sell stuff. Right? If you're not trying to sell stuff, then it's not going to be as relevant for you. If you're just trying to build a big brand, that for the sake of having a big brand, then this isn't going to be as helpful to you. But if you're someone who wants to build a brand so they can monetize it and sell products, this will be a helpful little tip for you. Before I jump into it, be sure to check out the links in the description. First one's going to get you access to my free private community. The next few are going to, you'll be able to check out some of the paid programs that we've got going on. If you get any value from this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions or comments you've got below, all that kind of good stuff. So what this post was about, I was telling a little story how recently I got interviewed in a Facebook group, and it was a Facebook group for women in business. There was a few hundred of them, and before the interview, right? So in the lead up to me coming in to talk about my experience and what I've been able to achieve and all that kind of stuff in the information game, the owner of the group, who's actually a client of mine, went out to the women in the group and said, "Hey, Jacob's coming in. Some of them know me. There's a bit of crossover to my audience. Some of them wouldn't have. But she said, what questions have you got for him about online business? What do you want to know?" Right? Now, for people in that space, you would imagine, if you were approaching this logically, you would imagine that the questions would be around how did he win the 2 Comma Club? How does he manage to rally such a big army of affiliates to promote his stuff? How did he win the various affiliate awards? How's he built his personal brand? How's he able to monetize his Facebook group so heavily? All those kind of things. They would be the logical questions that you would think people would ask. And if you looked at most people's content who are pumping out endless how-to based content, right? Purely teaching stuff, you would think that's the type of questions. But here's the interesting part, right? Those questions were weaved in there, but at least half of them were a lot more personal, right? About me personally, the brand, Jacob, right? The personal brand. And then you go even deeper than that, and some of them were really fucking personal, right? Some of them were about, like, is he in a relationship? Is he into some shit that I'm not gonna mention on a YouTube video? They were really, really personal questions, right? Now, a little bit funny, but there's a lesson in here. There's a really, really important lesson, which is what I wanted to share with you in this video, which is if you are only producing how-to based content, right? And every piece of content you create, be it written, be it live, be it a video like this, is just you showing up at your computer going, in this video, I am going to show you how to grow your YouTube channel. I am going to show you how to add friends to your Facebook profile. I am going to show you how to, right? With no personality, no stories, nothing about you, your style, your views, your personality weaved into it, you are leaving a ton of money on the table and you are really, really going to struggle. Here's why. Because that's what so many people are doing. You are turning yourself, your brand, your products, your services into a raw commodity, right? If all I get from you is how to do this thing that an infinite number of people in the market can teach me how to do, and you have no unique approach, no unique personality, nothing unique about the way that you sell things, your brand, all of that kind of stuff, you are going to get smashed on price, right? Your purchasers, your customers are going to have, you can hear the cars going past. Holy shit, it's an Audi R8. You're going to have no price elasticity within your audience, right? Because they're purchasing purely based on how to, and I can get that anywhere. So it becomes a race to the bottom, all right? So these questions popping up in this interview are a really, really powerful lesson in why people consume content. And it's not just to learn how to do stuff, right? They're more and more, and I think heading into 2022, this is going to become even more important. They are more interested in the person behind the product or the service. They really want to know who you are, what you're all about, what you've done, your stories, your background, your experiences, your client success stories, all of this kind of shit, above and beyond just the raw expertise. Expertise comes into it 100%. But if you combine the two, when you then go and talk about this how-to type content, it is going to be so much more powerful. And because you are unique, because you are providing a unique experience, because your brand is completely different from everybody else, because you are different, you are unique, if you really lean into those attributes, your price elasticity is going to be way more, which means you're going to be able to charge way more, and not only charge way more, but the sales will come easier because they can't just go down the block to the next person who's selling the same thing. All right, and in a market where you've got more and more competitors coming in, the market's getting bigger, so I don't believe in this kind of saturation bullshit, especially if you embrace this stuff. But in a market where there's more and more competitors, if you are just selling on the base of how to do things, you're gonna struggle, right? You are really gonna struggle, okay? And this was just a recent example that just proves really quickly that that's the truth. And I honestly believe, having been in this game for a few years now and having done pretty well in it, especially relative to other people, I think this is gonna become more and more important, right? This is what I'm teaching my clients. I'm fully pushing them in to double down on you, double down on your brand, double down on your story. Study self-aggrandizement and how that works and how you need to leverage that in order to become a really powerful personal brand. And then the products and the services will sell. It will become a hell of a lot easier, right? The lady that runs this group, she does that really well. And we're gonna keep exploring that in her business as well, all right? That's my tip for you today. I'm gonna go hang out, have some drinks, enjoy my Saturday afternoon. Beautiful day here. Summer's really kicking in. It's warm today. Summer's coming. But I hope you take that one on board. It will serve you really well for the folks that listen to it and embrace it. Check out the links in the description. Subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.